Hey, it's Melody, and let's get techie with it. Hey guys, Melody here, and today I want to show you how I give a spelling test. There's several different ways, and it really just kind of depends on the age of your students, and also if you are actually in the classroom or if you're in a situation like we are right now out of the classroom. So my county actually purchased a program called Write Bright. You may have another curriculum you follow, but this is basically a suggested spelling list for 4th grade, and you can see these are the words. I'm just going to be using the button word just for that. So obviously over in Google, then I'm going to go to my drive, my Google Drive, and it pulls up everything I need. I'm going to do a new form. Now a form is what I use when I want Google to make my thing a quiz, or it may just be a sheet or something that I want actually graded. And Google Forms are actually what I use most of the time. I'm just going to show you how to do a spelling test, and then in another lesson I'll show you another way I use Google Forms. So anyway, I'm going to click here and it brings up a form. It's basically a survey. I like it because when the kids log in, it gives me their responses here, which I'm going to show you how to make that the grade. We're just going to say this is spelling test, and of course this would be 4th grade. I think this is week 1 day, or week 1, so we'll just say for week 1. All right, there's several different ways. You can see here you can make it multiple choice, short answer, whatever. Now if I'm going to give this in class, basically, I want a short answer, and then I'm going to be live calling out the words. So I would say something to the effect of the word the teacher says. Okay? All right, the word the teacher says, something like that. And so then I'm in front of my class, my kids have Google Classroom open, and I'm actually going to say the word. Number 1 is button. You know, this is something that we put on our shirt. All right. I chose short answer because they are going to actually have to type this in. Now, how do I know if it's a correct answer or not? Over here in this tab, you see you have quizzes. I click this. I'm going to make this a quiz, and basically it's kind of self-explanatory. I let them see what they miss. I let them see correct answers. I release the grade immediately after submission. Now, if it's something that they're going to do a short response to or something, a lot of times I have to release the grade later after a manual review. But for something like this, I let them, take the test, and then just immediately it shows them where they went wrong. So this is it. I click save, and now we have a test. I have to put in an answer key. So if I'm up there and I'm calling the word button, I am going to add a correct answer, and I'm going to let you got to remember, guys, these are kids, so they may spell it like this, B-U-T-T-O-N with the lowercase. I may add a correct answer with all capital letters, and then I may do something like this. All other answers will be incorrect, okay? I can do feedback, great job, or whatever if I want to do that. Okay? So basically, that is one way. I put my points up here. If I have, it depends on, I'll let it be worth 10 points. How's that? But you get the drift. You decide all these things when you set it up. All right. The next thing, you're going to add another question. Now, I can actually go down through here. That was an example if I was there saying it. If I'm not, and I just want to give the test, I may want to put in a picture. So let's go to an image here. Typically in Google, let me just search for some buttons. And okay, here's a good one. I'm just going to double click it or insert it, whatever. And then there is my image, okay? And so then the above image is, okay, I can do the same thing. I can make that be a short answer and do the exact same things like I did, or I can make it multiple choice, all right? So then I could say, B-U-T-T-O-N, choice 2 would be B-O-T-T-U-N. Just give them some choices, however you think. All right? And remember, typically if you do your spelling test, you have gone over these words over and over and over, and they have had copies of them and you've discussed them, so they should be able to recognize the correct spelling. So this is basically 2 ways that I could give a spelling test. The first one, of course, is the word the teacher says where I'm actually in the classroom, or I suppose if the children had you on Zoom and they pulled up their Google Classroom, you could actually give it that way, all right? Or they could pull it up and they could do multiple choice, or basically a combination where you put in the picture and then they do the short answer. So anyway, that's the way that I use Google Forms to grade and give a spelling test. Some things down here, answer key, of course, I would click the correct one. I make sure that my point value is going to be enough and done, all right? So Google Forms is just a fantastic way. The greatest thing about it is that this is going to save in your Google Drive. That way, if you get to stay in the same grade next year, or if you want to share this, like if I'm teaching spelling and, all of the 4th grade teachers are teaching spelling, I can share this form out and then they can all use it. So it's just a wonderful thing. Anyway, I'm Melody. Hope you enjoyed Google Forms. More to follow.